What if you died today and you never got to hold your daughter again? What if you died today and you never got to hold your wife's hand again? And the lesson that I learned that came to me right away is that nothing matters. In a freeing, relieving way. Your concerns don't matter. You have a family right now. You're alive right now. You get to actually walk in and touch your daughter's face and feel it for real. That thought was really comforting to me. So then what will you do today? What will be different? Hi everyone, welcome to the Rising Father podcast. I'm Chris Rodack. I had a dream I was dead today. That's what I'm going to talk about. It's 5-something a.m. I just decorated the patio for my daughter's birthday. Woke up at, 4:15 or something. Got my butt out of bed. And as soon as I woke up, I was so thankful I was alive. And I was going, thank God I'm alive. Thank you God I'm alive. Thank you God I'm alive. Because my dream was traumatic. Not in a blood and guts, gory kind of way, but in a soul-crushing, emotional, despair kind of way. And I know if I don't write down my dream immediately, I'll forget about it. So I grabbed my phone, took out my notepad here, and I have that on my phone, just so I can reference it. And just wrote down everything I could remember, and I'm sure there are details I can't remember. Before I had the dream about dying, it was me and somebody running around this dark, like haunted mansion or something. I don't know. We were running around. That's all I remember, because I didn't wake up after that and take notes. I woke up after this one. Woke up because it was so painful, but also my room got really hot. That's also why. I like my room to be freezing. And our thermostat was set for 64, which is cold. It was on heat, 64. But the thing is, in our bedroom, we have 2 vents. We have one right next to me where I sleep, and then one in the bathroom. And the bathroom door, if it's left open, and the bathroom is small, so the bathroom door is left open, it's like we have 2 vents in our room. And we got this new heater, and it's just pumping heat into the room. So I was hot, and the dream was crazy, which woke me up. And I didn't have any temptations to go back to sleep. One of the recent podcasts I put out was called Leaving the Warm Bed. This one, today, no. Didn't have any temptation to go back to sleep. This dream woke me up. And I came downstairs, and I was going to do a workout to get it out of the way, but then I said, no, it's Lauren's friend's birthday today. Lauren is having her 9th birthday on the 11th. So as a kid, they get like 3 birthdays. Me as a child, I got 1 birthday. It's my family birthday. Me as an adult, I get 1 birthday. My kids, they get 3. And it goes, they have their friend birthday, so they get to invite their friends over, do something. Then they get the big family birthday, which is all of my family who lives in the area. And there's like 35 of us. They come over. And then we get her real birthday with us, which is just us 4 and Rusty. So however it works out, the kids get 3 birthdays. And then on Christmas, they get like 5 Christmases, because every person has to celebrate with the kids. So either way, her birthday celebration weekend, you could call it, begins today. So I wanted her to wake up and see all of that. I wasn't planning on doing that. I actually talked to my wife yesterday, and kind of got into a small argument about it, because I've got a lot of business stuff to do today. I've got calls on the calendar. I've got, I just had a call with my business coach yesterday. There's all kind of marketing funnel things I need to do. It's going to be nonstop. And I just completed a brand new training on my website. If you saw the old one was made about 1.5 years ago. So I made a brand new training. It's all about identity and mindset and perspective and habits. So that one's on my website. You can still go there. It's on whatever the links are on all my social media profiles, and it's on the link of this podcast on YouTube. So if you want to watch it, go ahead and watch it. But busy day today, doing all kind of stuff. And a little argument with my wife yesterday. She was like, oh, we need to I overheard her talking to Lauren. She's like, "Yeah, and I bet Dad will put the balloons and streamers up for you at work." I was like, part of me was appreciative and grateful, and I was like, "Oh, good, you've earned that reputation that you just set things up and you get the party ready. That's just like what they look to you to do. So that's good. Congrats, you earned it." And then the selfish part of me was annoyed because like, "Oh, you expect me to just set up the party?" I had the grateful part and the selfish part. Selfish part. "Oh, you expect me?" I was like, "No, I need to earn a living. I need to provide for the family. I have to actually build a business here. I'm not staying at home just little Mary Poppins and Martha Stewart getting the house ready. Like I have to do things. Just because I'm at my house doesn't mean I'm not, like, this is my business. I could go rent an office, but let's not do that." So that was the selfish part of me that was giving me these annoyed thoughts. And just like we talk about every day, you have to battle those thoughts. You have to battle those thoughts back. Because every single day you are going to get selfish thoughts and have to battle the parts of you don't like. So then she came to talk to me, and she was like, "Yeah, tomorrow we're going to have to set up." I said, "So when does the party start?" She goes, 5. I said, "When do you get home from work?" She's like, 4:15. I said, "So we or you?" Meaning me. I said, "Because I got a full schedule tomorrow, and I can't spend hours during the day, cancel calls so that I can set up a birthday party." And that was me, and I didn't say it quite like that, but that was me just being selfish in the moment. And then I said, "Well, we're going to have to do it tonight then." And then I got really, really tired. Sarah got tired. We went to sleep. It wasn't done. But now it is about 5:30 a.m., and it's already done. We just got a brand new patio. It's beautiful. So we're going to have our party outside, and the whole patio is decorated now. Streamers and balloons and a table. Looks really nice. And I just can't wait for her in about an hour or so to get up, and we're going to play Stevie Wonder Happy Birthday. Everyone's birthday. We always play Stevie Wonder's Happy Birthday as they come down stairs, as they wake up, as they come home from work. Whatever it is, that song is playing to celebrate them in the birthday. So let's get on to the dream that woke me up. The dream that I wanted to share with people because it brought me some wisdom, and I believe that we will be given wisdom if we share it. If we keep wisdom to ourselves, then why would God, the universe, anybody give us more wisdom? Just so I can keep it to myself? No, I'm given things so I can share them. So when I get them, I share them all the time. Because I want you guys to hear it. I want to hear wisdom from people. If I feel like I learned something, I learned some truth, I learned some wisdom, I want to share it with as many people as I can, which, thank God, I've got this massive platform now to do that. And I think that's why I get some wisdom. It's because I'm sharing it. If I just kept it all to myself, it would end. So here's the dream. I had that haunted mansion dream. That's not the wisdom part. The dream was kind of blurry and vague, and as I remember it now, it's not as clear, but I thank God I took notes. So I'm just going to kind of read some of my notes and then talk about it as I read it. And that was, my family was with me while I was alive. So I was at my parents' house we grew up in a small town outside of Pittsburgh. Small house, small yard, but really good memories. So me and my family, Rusty wasn't there, just me, my wife, the 2 kids, no dog. We were at my parents' house in the backyard. It was a beautiful sunny day, and we were just living. And it was kind of like one of those scenes from a movie where everything is just a little too perfect. Like the sun is gleaming through the lens of it was almost like I was watching it from a movie from my perspective. Like I was seeing my family, but like the light was glinting through, and it was like the most perfect ever day, and I was there with my family. And we were just interacting with each other. Everyone was smiling. I could see, as I remembered, it's like in slow motion. Like Lauren was smiling, Sarah was smiling, Nathan was smiling. We were just laughing. And then all of a sudden, I was dead. And it's not that I died in front of them. It's just that in the dream, I knew I was dead. And then I could hear my family talking about how I died. Not in the manner that I died. I could hear them talking about the fact that I was dead. They didn't talk about, oh, that was horrific, we saw, because they didn't, in this dream, they didn't see me die. In this dream, I was with them. And then the very next moment, it was just a known fact that I was dead. But they couldn't find me. I was there with them. The dream skipped over the how part. They couldn't find me. The sun was the same. I was still at the same place in my parents' backyard. Everyone was still smiling and laughing, but they started to look for me. They couldn't find me, but I was right there with them. But everyone knew that I was dead. I knew that I was dead. And I was like, okay, well, I'm dead now. And at that point in the dream, it didn't sink in what that meant long term. So I was walking right with them. I was trying to talk to them. I was talking to them, and I was touching my daughter's face, touching my wife, touching my son, and trying to interact with them as I just was a couple seconds earlier. But they couldn't see me. They couldn't hear me. They didn't know that I was there. And in this dream, time didn't really make sense, because I went back from that scene to I went to a scene of seeing my son, and he was in like deep sorrow that he missed me, but I was right there watching him. Excuse me. So he was right there, like my son was there in the backyard, and I could just, it was like a movie scene, like the camera in my dream like zoomed up on his face, and he was feeling deep sorrow that his dad wasn't there. But I was there, like my hand on him, and he couldn't feel it. He couldn't hear what I was saying. And then I went over, my wife's head was down, and I went to try to talk to my wife. She couldn't hear me. And then Lauren was just smiling and talking about me with a smile on her face, and I couldn't talk to her. But they sat down on a bench, and I sat down next to them. They couldn't hear me or talk to me or feel me, but I kept on trying to reach out and touch them so they could feel me, but they couldn't feel me. And then, for whatever reason, I could post on my Rising Father Facebook page. As stupid as that is, the dream allowed me to do that. I don't know what that means, but I could use my cell phone in this dream. In this dream, I could use my cell phone. So I pulled out my cell phone and I posted on my Rising Father Facebook page. I think I posted a selfie video of myself with them. Like I was in front of them posting a selfie video looking back at them. And then I posted that, something like it was it was on my Rising Father Facebook page, but only they could see it in the dream. And they looked at it. I remember them saying, "Oh my God, Dad's here with us." And like they tried to talk to me, but like they couldn't really talk to me. But they knew I was there with them. And they were very excited and laughing and smiling, and they were joyful again because I was there with them. And they knew I was there, but we couldn't really interact. And I remember one part of the dream, like Sarah, I was trying to let Sarah know I was there, and I was like trying to push her, like just move her around to see if I could actually physically interact with her. And I was able to like move her somehow. Like she like looked toward my direction. She like knew it was me. And then they started, like time passed, but we were still in the backyard, and they started to like talk about me instead of to me. Like I was trying to talk to them, but they couldn't talk to me, so they were talking about what Dad is doing, what Dad's thinking, what Dad's trying to do. Because and like I said, time didn't really make sense in this dream. It was like Chris just died, Dad just died, and now he's not here anymore. And then they were talking like not to me anymore, about me. And I remember thinking, man, this is going to be really, really lonely in a couple weeks. That's what I said to myself. Because it wasn't like I was dead as we are in this real world here. Like in this dream, it was a different thing. I remember thinking in the dream, like, man, this is going to get really, really lonely in a couple weeks. And that's when like the pain and sorrow hit me really, really deep. It like really, really deep inside, the pain and sorrow hit me. And a lot of it was the fact that I couldn't touch them. Like I couldn't really feel the sensation. And they couldn't either. And they couldn't hear me. Like it was the most beautiful soul lighting feeling 1 second before, and then all of a sudden, nothing. You don't get any of their light. And I can't give any of my light to them. It was just, they were boom, gone. It's like I was watching them through a pane of glass and I couldn't touch them. And I remember thinking, this is going to be really lonely in a couple weeks. And then thinking, this is forever now. And then a thought also came to my head. I said, man, I don't like this, because now the thought that's going to be coming to my head is, I can't wait till they die so I get to see them again. Like that thought came to my head in a dream, and even in the thought I said, no, that would be a really bad thing to think. But that's the reality, is the next time you get to talk to them is when they're dead. Like as I was dead in the dream, these thoughts were coming to me. And whenever I woke up, I wrote that down. So the sorrow that I felt was really, really painful. And I've had dreams before where I've died, but it's in the almost funny, horror film way, where it's like, oh, it's scary that you're dying from the physical pain. I've never had a dream like this before, where it was the sorrow and loneliness of not getting the love of your family ever again. Like, what if you died today and you never got to hold your daughter again? What if you died today and you never got to hold your wife's hand again? Or you tried to as a ghost and she didn't feel it, didn't know you were there, couldn't talk to you. It's like in the beginning of Sixth Sense, before he knows he's a ghost, and he's interacting with his wife and family, and no one knows. He doesn't know. She doesn't know he's there, and it's just cold and tense. And then I woke up and wrote this down. And I remember being so grateful that I was awake. Just so damn grateful. Like I was thanking God. I said, thank you that I'm not dead. Thank you that I'm not dead. 37 years old. Thank you. I have time left. And the lesson that I learned that came to me right away is that nothing matters. Not in a negative way. Not in a apathetic way. In a freeing, relieving way. Like your concerns don't matter. You have a family right now. You're alive right now. You get to actually walk in and touch your daughter's face and feel it for real. And that thought was really comforting to me. That no, none of that stuff matters. It does not matter. What if you died today? What if you died in your sleep and never got to talk to your kids again? What if you never got to look your son in the eyes and feel his joy and smile again? Okay, you woke up today. Nothing else matters. So then, how will you live today? So then, what will you do today? Now that you're alive and had that dream, what will be different? Because to me, that dream is a lesson. It is a gift to me to say, well, you can learn from this. I'm giving this to you so you can learn from it. So then I woke up and I had that option to do my workout or set the patio up so my daughter can be happy when she wakes up, and I chose to set the patio up. Because what does it matter? And then here's the thoughts that came to my head. It was, well, you always wake up and post your workout early in the morning. What if people think you didn't work out today? That was the thought that came to my head. And then what was the next thought that came to my head? It doesn't matter. Your family's here. You're alive. Your family's here. You are alive. It does not matter. I have some calls today. I've got business things I have to do. What if they don't get done? What if it doesn't matter. Everything will work out. You have a wife, you have 2 kids, you've got a dog, you're living, you are alive right now. Be grateful. Be happy for what you have. Soak in this moment. If you spend an extra minute thinking about a worry, you are missing the lesson of that dream. If you spend an extra minute of your life worrying about something that happened in the past or will happen in the future, you are wasting the precious gift you have right now. What if you died in your sleep and never got to see your family again? Okay, now you're awake. Now you're alive. Soak it in. So that's my dream. It is late 5-something a.m. I am going to quickly edit this, and then if hopefully my daughter wakes up soon so I can show her the patio, I'll do my workout. I'm going to get started on my business stuff, and I am more motivated than ever today to just attack the real life that I have. My business, my health, my family. I'm really excited to go after the things I have going in life right now because I'm alive. So that's my dream. I hope you were able to take something from that. Sometimes just listening to another person's perspective can shift your perspective. And if you want to see that new training that's about identity hacking, then click on I think there's a link in the description of this video. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link. If you go to any of my social media profiles, there's a link. It's the free training for fathers. It's about 23 minutes long. It's about identity hacking, shifting your perspective, replacing habits, all that good stuff. I hope you could take something from that. Thank you if you're listening on Spotify or Apple. Really appreciate it if you leave me a 5-star review. It helps it be seen by more people. So I appreciate all of you.